Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Hi.
Hello, Alexandra.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Yeah, good. I'm good. Thank you.
Good to see many guests. Hello, André. Hello, Fernando. Welcome.
Hello.
Pilar, Gokan.
Hello.
Welcome to our meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Eduardo, Vanessa.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Alessandro, did you ever use this lapel microphone?
Yes, I use one here. Sometimes I use my Bluetooth, but the computer that I have today, I can connect there.
How can I use at the same time the microphone to speak and just hear in the phone, the headset?
Okay, you can, when you have the mute button here in Zoom meeting, you have the arrow and you can choose which microphone to use. When you have more than one microphone plugged to your computer.
So just let me test.
Welcome, Beatrice. Let me see here who is our guest today. Hi. I'm not sure if I can spell this name right, but hi, Torlak.
My name is Hayriye.
Hayriye.
Yes.
Thank you. Welcome, Hayriye.
Thank you.
Beatrice, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Ayşenur.
I send you.
Ayşenur.
Ayşenur. Welcome, Ayşenur.
Welcome, Alessandro, right?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Eduardo.
Maria, vai entregar as coisas da minha avó lá.
Let me just see our meeting agenda here.
Hello, 1, 2, 3.
Hello. Hello, Eduardo. It's okay.
You guys.
You can't hear, you can choose the different headset on the setting. So okay, so I'm just finished some setups here so we can start our meeting. Is Laura here and Akiko? Okay, no, not yet. Okay. Hello, Ashley. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. Can you hear me well?
Yes, yeah, sure. Okay, couple minutes more. So Laura is here. So just me check all the roles that we have for today. We have André Sakis here, our general evaluator. Pamela, our video and chat monitor. We have Fabia, the first speaker, Akiko, our third speaker, and we're still missing Laura. We have Ashley, the first evaluator, Vanessa is here, and Fabia as well. So we're just missing Laura, our second speaker. So I will change the order of our meeting. So we are moving Laura as our third speaker. So Akiko, I will invite you as the second speaker, okay? So we can keep our meeting in the right time. I would like to say to everyone that is used to join our meeting, I'm not using my slideshow today because I'm on a different computer and this one can handle Zoom meeting at the same time as I share slides. So I will make all the invites for the role and the speakers by the agenda that I have here in my screen. And today you will see my face more times than usual. So 1 minute to our meeting. I'd like to welcome everyone again and thank you for joining our meeting. We are Brasília Toastmasters. Currently, we are the #1 club in Brazil. And this is our English meeting. We have meeting in Portuguese and in English. And today is our English meeting. We have 3 prepared speech for this meeting. And we have 3 evaluators as well. So Brasília Toastmasters currently is meeting online as many clubs around the world because of the COVID-19 situation. And by that, we have the opportunity to have many guests from different countries, as we have today. I see here 4 or 5 persons, I believe, that's not from Brazil. So this is great to have you all here. Thank you so much. I would like to just to say that you can see here in the left side that we are recording this meeting and broadcast that live to YouTube. But we are doing that to have our members the opportunity to see them perform after the meeting. We don't use this recording to promote the club. We don't use this as a commercial use. So don't worry to be here with us. And you can check the link right here if you want to watch this meeting after today. Let me just see if Laura is arrived, not yet. Okay. So for this meeting, we have some roles that I need to fill, and we are still missing someone. And I'd like to see if anyone here in this room is from Toastmasters and would like to perform the role as a counter. Anyone would like to just raise the hand and open the microphone and take these roles as our accountant for this meeting? I can explain for you if you have it not did that so many times. Let me see if I can see someone from Toastmasters here. Oh, I send you new. So you are from Toastmasters club?
Yes, I'm from Bosphorus Toastmasters Club from Istanbul, Turkey.
Great. So
I have been member of this club 3 years, so I know this role very well.
Great. Oh, thank you so much. So I'm going to write your name so I can remember how is I send you, right?
Yes, you can write. You can make copy paste from my Zoom.
Yes.
Screen actually.
Okay.
Alessandro?
So yes, I will rename your okay, our accounters. And I will be the timer for this meeting. So the speakers can pin my video so you can see the screen changing behind me, so you can have all your roles perform the right way. Okay, let's move on. As I said before, we had this meeting. If you are a guest, this is your first time in the Toastmasters meeting, we have always members that perform roles in the meeting that can help me today as the Toastmaster of the day. The Toastmaster is the person that is responsible to handle the meeting and be the presenter for the meeting. Every meeting we change the presenter. 1 second. Okay. And we change the person that do the role. So we can have many different people perform this role and can improve themselves as leaders, as communicators. Toastmasters is about development, and this development is handled during the feedback session of our meeting. Today, as I said, André Sack will be our general evaluator. André is responsible to see how the meeting is being handled from the beginning to the end of the meeting. And most important, André will give a report about the performance of the other roles as the accountant, the timer, and the evaluators for the speeches. André will join us in the end of the meeting to give his report. We have today Pamela Oliveira as our video and chat monitor, and the role for Pamela is to help us handle this online meeting. This role was an idea from her to help the Toastmaster of the day to have the online forms for voting. But most important, Pamela can give tips from everyone here that can improve the audio and video performance in the meeting, because everyone today is using computer and webcams to communicate with people, so we can improve that either during Toastmasters meeting. As I said before, I will be your timer, and during the speech, I will change my virtual background to the green yellow and red colors in the right time for each speech. And during the tabletop sessions, I will do the same, but the difference is that in the tabletop session, there is a shorter time for the speech. In the right time, I will explain that for you. Let me see here. Okay, I just found out that our tabletop master isn't here yet. I hope he can make it to our meeting. And now I move to our first prepared speech of the day. Is Fabia Bueno. She's delivering her second speech, her third speech here in Toastmasters. And the speech project is evaluation and feedback. This project is helping Fabio to understand how to give a better feedback and how to receive a feedback. The speech she is delivering today, she needs to improve the feedback that she received in the past meeting that she presented her speech. So the idea is to improve that using the feedback that she got in the last meeting. The title of her speech is Travel, Food and Travel. The path that Fabia is doing here in Toastmasters is presentation mastery. And with the title Travel and Food and Travel, I would like to invite Fabio Bueno, our first speaker.
Hi everyone. 2020 was an atypical year due to the COVID-19 crisis, and it looks like this year is going the same way. The pandemic has forced us to adapt to the new reality and to make changes in our personal and professional lives. We do not know yet what does it mean, the new reality, but one thing is for sure: travel is never going to be the same again. I must say I love travel, when I'm visiting a new place, it's very important to immerse myself in local culture. What is the best way to do that? What do you think? Well, the answer is food. It is fascinating visiting a local market and spending a couple of hours sitting at a little cafe and watching life pass by. It's sad because that I cannot do that nowadays, at least in person, but I can use my imagination and my cookbooks to do it. Having said that, I would like to invite you to embark on an amazing 5-minute journey this afternoon. Let's go. First stop, Cidade de Goiás. This is the municipality in the state of Goiás that became UNESCO World Heritage Site. Cora Coralina, one of the most famous poets in Brazil, was born in Cidade de Goiás. And this book, Memórias e Receitas de Goiás, by Ana Cristina da Rocha Lima, will take us there. This is more than a cookbook. It's all about the story of amazing women who showed their love, they shared their wisdom, and expressed their strength through their food. This is a story of Anna's family, from her grandmother to her daughter, and their family recipes, of course. Being in Goiás, I let myself go reading Cora Coralina's poems, walking the cobblestones streets and activating my 5 senses with the smell of freshly brewed coffee and the cheese buns right from the oven, the flavor of the best homemade and traditional sweets, the sound of Rio Vermelho, Red River, and the beauty of the colonial houses. And this will take us to our next stop, New Delhi, India. As a vegetarian and a huge fan of Indian food, it was such a pleasure to discover this cookbook, Vegetarian India by Madhu Jaffrey. This lady is considered the godmother of Indian cooking, and her delectable recipes open our palate and mind. Indian food is packed with flavor, and What makes it so delicious? The fresh ingredients and the spices. Garam masala, the quintessential spice blend. Cardamom, cinnamon, nutmeg, cumin, coriander, seeds, and so many others. Let's go to a local market and appreciate the beauty and the freshness of the vegetables and the variety of spices, and indulge ourselves with all the vibrant colors, the amazing flavors, and the different textures. To make this experience even more authentic, we can spend a couple of hours sitting at a local food stall and watch the chaotic but amazing deli. Palak paneer, aloo gobi, dal, chickpea curry, naan. I must say, my mouth is already watering. And our next stop is Samarkand. Samarkand, by Caroline Eden and Eleanor Ford, is one of the coolest cookbooks that I have. But what is Samarkand? Samarkand is a city in southeastern Uzbekistan and often described as a crossroads of cultures. And this is where we begin our journey in this region. As crossroads of cultures, we can find a cuisine of 7 groups who had left their mark on Samarkand over the centuries. The Tajiks, the Russians, Turks, Jews, Caucasians, Koreans, and of course, the Uzbeks themselves. Let's have a Tajik bread pumpkin stuffed with jeweled rice, chicken chachik with pink onions and pomegranate, and licorice meringues. And we will finish this amazing meal with a cup of herbal tea, and we'll go for a walk in the old city. And then our last stop is New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans is the world famous for its cuisine and local ingredients. French, Spanish, Italian, African, Native American, Cajun, Chinese, and a hint of Cuban traditions combined to produce a truly unique and easily recognizable flavor. What comes to your mind when you hear New Orleans? Well, maybe French Quarter, Carnival, Mardi Gras, New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, Louis Armstrong, but of course, the most delicious desserts and sweets ever. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Good Book of Southern Baking by Kelly Fields and Kate Headings. This cookbook is all about cakes, biscuits, and cornbread. We can begin our journey by exploring the French Quarter and its historical sites and its amazing jazz music. After that, we go to the Café du Monde and have a bang. Or you can have bananas Foster, bread pudding, d'auberge cake, king cake, and snowball. Well, you can have that all. Let's enjoy it. Everything you want. We all know that you're going through very tough times. But the good thing is we will survive by building resilience, by finding the positive, by cooking and baking, and using in our imagination. Thank you.
Congratulations, Fabia. Amazing speech. You speak with so much love about what you said that I remember many times about Annie with an E talking about the gorgeous things that she found in the world that she was living past in the years in Canada. Great speech. Thank you so much. And as you said, food connects people. As communication connects people, and we have this curiosity about how people speak, how people eat in different countries. Thank you so much. I'd like now to ask all of you here, even our guests, to take this link in our chat and click there and leave your feedback for Fabio Bueno. It's really important for us to have your feedback, even if it's just congratulations, or something that I'd like to point out to Fabio that she can improve her performance, I will take note of 1 minute for you doing that. And remind you, you have the link in our chat. Okay, thank you everyone. If you're still writing your feedback, can keep it doing that. It's really important. Fabio will receive this feedback by email after you submit. And I would like it to move on with our meeting. And I will invite our sector speaker for this meeting. Akiko is our member from Brasília, and she will deliver a speech in the in the presentation mastery path in Toastmasters. And she's doing research and presenting. The objective of this project is to make Akiko prepare a speech and use as much as possible information about where she found the information that she will deliver to us today. The idea is to use some themes or information that she's not so used to speak about, so that can improve her performance as a researcher and sharing this information with us. The title of her speech is The Power of Developing DMIS. Akiko Yamagami with the speech, The Power of Developing DMIS. The stage is yours, Akiko.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters, and our guest. Let me share my screen. Maybe some of you see already my Japanese screen, and let me start presentation. Oh. Can anybody see the letters, the power of developing DMIS?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. So let's get started. The power of developing DMIS. What is DMIS? DMIS stands for Developmental Model of Intercultural Sensitivity. This is an idea developed by an American sociologist, Milton Bennett, at the Intercultural Development Research Institute. This is a concept to help people in cross-cultural situations to get deeper understandings to a different culture. That sounds good. To get it more, let me ask you one question. Imagine you invite your beloved one for dinner. You prepare the tasty meal and serve them. But what do you think if your guests leave some of the meal on the plate? Raise your hand, please, if you think your guest does not like the meal so much. Thank you. Raise your hand, please raise your hand if you think your guest is satisfied with what you served. Thank you so much. Just for your information, I will share my own answer. I personally used to believe if your guest leaves some of the meal, that means your guest doesn't like my meal so much. But isn't that interesting? because I'm sure there is no exactly one correct answer in the world for this question. For the point is, if we try to be nice or show real appreciation, even the motivation is the same, the consequences are differed from depending on the people or depending on the culture. By understanding of this concept, my marriage life was hell. I'm from Japan. My husband is from Brazil. And at the first of our marriage life, we have lots of fight due to these tiny differences. Always, we started living together, but I was full of anxious anger and doubt to my beloved one. But my goal I needed to solve this problem because I didn't marry to him for fighting. I married to him to learning something new from each other and even cooperate to make something better. That's why we searched that. And then this is the best idea, DMIS, we have found so far. It provides us the framework of personal developing and awareness. It starts with denial and then culminate at integration. So let's take a look each stages more deeply. At first 3 stages is called ethnocentrism. That means in these stages, people think their culture is only accurate. That starts with denial. In this stage, people think they tend to ignore diversity, or they are not able to recognize the cultural difference. But if they developed a little bit, they're into the stage it's called defense. In this stage, people can recognize the cultural difference, but they add negative evaluations of other cultures. I was always fight when I was in this stage. Next stage is called minimization. They think everyone are all the same. Whoever they are. That sounds good, right? But they're ignoring that each culture has their own values. In this stage, they tend to believe that we are all alive. But in this context, that means everyone is just like me. After that, we are moved up to the ethno-relativism categories. In these stages, people think people can understand people live in culturally different contexts. That starts with the stage called acceptance. In this stage, we can appreciate the cultural difference of people's value and behavior. This was the stage I could stop fighting with my husband by knowing, oh, it's not about good or bad. It's just about different. And then I'm developing into this stage right now, adaptation. In this stage, people can see the cultural category as more flexible by using empathy. If you're adaptation stage, you can think, I can maintain my values, also behave in culturally appropriate way. Like that, you are flexible. And then DMIS and final stages is integration. Actually, this is rarely achieved. In this stage, people can think they have multiple frames of references and they can move freely more than one cultural group. I am hoping and I'm learning still to be in this category. Yes, we can develop our DMI stages by interacting with other cultural partners or by training the context of empathy. Or we have more. After knowing this DMIS developmental scale, I felt much relieved because annoyed or fighting was not the final answer to my marriage life. We can develop for better. And that's why I wanted to share this concept with you. If you want to work with international team, I know it's not only easy. We face difficulties at some point, and this is natural. But we can start by identifying where we are in the scale right now. And then how about your colleagues? How about your friends, partners, even neighbors? Where are they right now? And what we can hope for the future to work together better. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Akiko. Then we talk about food again. Great speech. I loved how you point out the cultural difference. We sometimes talk just about the difference between within our cities or neighborhoods. So it's really great to see how someone outside Brazil joined us here in a different country, different culture, different language, and different food, how to handle that small left portion of food in our plates. Great speech. Loved how you point how we can understand different cultures. So now, as I mentioned before, we have our feedback for Akiko. I would like to invite everyone to click in the link that Pamela shared with us in the chat. So you can click that link and you can write your feedback for Akiko. It's really important for her. I will leave 1 minute for us to do that. Remember that our guests can share your feedback either. Okay, so if you are still writing your feedback, please keep doing that. Really important for her to receive your feedback. And this link is always available for you during the meeting, so you can go back there and if you remind something, you can share that with Fabia and Akiko. So as I mentioned before, we don't have our third speaker today. Laura was supposed to deliver her speech, and we have just this amazing speech from Fabia and Akiko. Now I would like to share with you my report as a timer. And Fabia delivered her speech that was supposed to be between 5 and 7 minutes. She delivered in 7 minutes and 9 seconds. Akiko, the speech was the same time, between 5 and 7 minutes, and she delivered in 5 minutes and 50 seconds. So she's a little 20 seconds above the limit, that is 70 minutes and 30 seconds. So today we don't have our voting for this bad speech, because we really here in Toastmasters Brasília, we try to make the voting when someone meets the time. So it is really a way to keep us improving and understand how we can make this presentation more in the right schedule as the project that was mentioned. So let's move on. Let me see how is our meeting here. We have now our break. As we have a short meeting today, I would like to ask if it's okay for everyone, so we can move to the tabletop session, or if you would like to make a pause to go to the restroom or to drink some water, because we have a shorter meeting today. I believe we can move on. If someone needs to go for a minute or to drink water, no problem. I will move to the next session, that is the tabletop session. Reminding that the guests, if they want, they can join and point your name in the chat. And for our tabletop master today, we have Alexandre Magno, our friend here from Brasília Toastmasters. And Alexandre is bringing for you some team and some great questions. I'm sure that is going to be a really fun time for you. And reminding for you all that I will be your timer. So if you speak, you can remember to pin my video in the screen for you can see the background changing colors. So have me welcome Alexandre Magno, our tabletop master for this meeting.
Okay, good afternoon for you all. Well, I'm a fan of science fiction, and now we'll begin our time travel. Well, who would like to begin? And I will ask a first question for the beginner, if he or she wants past or future. Please, who would like to begin? Okay, Ranjit, past or future?
Go with the future.
Ah, okay. Let's say that it's the year 23,000 and the last ship from Earth is going away, the planet is being destroyed, and there's no room for everyone. How can you convince the manager of the ship that you'll be useful in the new planet?
Thank you. So as a starting point, I think it's always a benefit for a new planet to be able to welcome a Toastmaster onto their planet. I think the important qualities a human can bring to that planet in terms of engagement, in terms of empathy, in terms of diversity. And I believe I could bring those elements to the new planet and help build a positive environment for everyone there to be able to develop themselves in their desires and their pathway. I also am a big fan of creativity, trying new things, new directions, and I think it would. Overall, I believe I could bring all the Toastmaster and human qualities to that particular planet and make it a more fruitful experience for everyone on there. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic. Good argumentation. I will be convinced. So,
thank you.
Who will be the next volunteer for future or past? Okay, Eduardo, future or past?
Past.
Okay. Well, you were in 1755 in Lisbon. Just one day before the great earthquake that destroyed the city. The Portuguese people never heard about earthquakes, tsunamis, and they don't understand it. But you know that it will happen and you have to convince them. What would you say?
So thank you, Alex. The question was how I would convince the people that the earthquake
there will be an earthquake on the next day.
The next day. Yeah, sure.
people, be careful. Will be an earthquake in a few days. But did you ever hear about this? So I will make an analogy. Think about the earth and the rocks that with giant volumes and density shocking in front of them in a way that can remove the ground from the up top, and this will destroy the village. You kill thousands of people. So would you like to see your parents to die? Would you like to see your horizon of animals and trees, that beautiful paisagism that you see to be destroyed? So come with me. I had a ship that you all bring you saved. So what do you like to, would you like to do this?
Okay, it's a good challenge. I think that they will hear you. Thank you. Well, what's our next volunteer for the time travel, past or future? Our guest here, do you prefer past or future?
Sorry, me? So
Yes.
yeah, I prefer future, please.
Okay, it's the 3051, and it is finally comes to Earth, and they come to your house and say, you'll be the absolute ruler of the Earth for one day. What do you like to do?
So I am the absolute ruler of the earth in year 3000.
Yes.
Well, we all need to think about the most important problem to sort. As I'm traveling through the past, I can remind you of some lessons. First of all, I can remind you of the times when everything was fine, the world was calm. I can remind you that before this hell unleashed on Earth in year 2550, the world was a better place. I can also remind you that we had an invasion in year 2798. So, first of all, I'm the ruler for the day and there will be calm. I know at this point in time, the world is a mess. It's year 3000. And, you know, you haven't seen normality for a while. So the first thing we are going to do, we are going to have a massive party and we are going to celebrate. So I'm the ruler for today. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a massive party with fruit from all over the world. And we're going to pretend like everything is fine. Let's forget that our planet has been destroyed by the people in the past. Let's just party, let's drink, and let's be happy. So I'm the ruler for the day, and I order you to be happy and have a party and eat. Thank you.
Oh, great. I enjoyed a lot the idea. That's a good rule. Okay, who would be the next?
Hi, Alexandre. I can go next.
Okay. Past or future?
Future.
Okay. It is the year 2026. And now you discover a cure for a hair type of cancer. And you want to announce it to your country. and you want to express to them how it would help them survive better with this cure.
Okay. Thank you, Alexandre. So, my people, we've been suffering for a long, long time. There has been disease that made us lost our loved ones, people we like spending time with. And because of that, because of this disease, we've lost a lot of opportunities. So I bring to you today what could be the salvation, what could take us to the next step. We know most of the times we ignore technology, saying that it's bad for us and it brought a lot of bad things. But one thing is true. Technology has allowed us to improve our life and extend the time we are in this world. Just for you to think about it. Before, whenever someone had a fever, they should wait to die. But nowadays, with all the advanced in medicine, we can be cured and we can enjoy our life. So I bring to you today the cure to cancer. You see, don't be afraid. You might be thinking that this is not exactly what we're expecting. This might not work, but I'm telling you, it will work. And you will live a long and happy life with everyone you love. So come and join us. Join us to the cure. Join us to the quest of living longer than ever. Thank you, and back to you, Alexandre.
Oh, perfect. I'm emotional. Thank you, Imogen. Now, Vanessa. Vanessa, are you here?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay. Past or future?
Future.
Okay. It is the year 2355. For the first time, people discovered the cure for mortality. And you can live forever, but there's no turning back. You can't decide on dying after. You will have to live 1,000, 2,000 years, and there will be a lot of consequences on it, good and bad. What would you decide? To live forever or to have a normal life?
I would decide to have a normal life. We, as humans, we reproduce. We want to have kids, and with this, we are multiplying, and we already have consumed a lot of the resources, of the natural resources of the earth. So I think that choosing to die is a way of having a more equilibrated world. With this, we diminish our impact in the environment. I think it sounds good to have an eternal life. You can choose to learn a lot of things, to travel the whole world without limits. And we retire at 60 years, so it's a lot of time earning money without having to work. But I think that choosing to live eternally, we will have an extremely big impact on Earth. So that's why I choose to die. Thank you very much.
Okay. I agree with you. I think that living forever may be very boring after all. Okay, Melissa, are you here?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly. Past or future?
Let's go past.
Okay. You went to the time machine and came back to France on the turn of the first millennium, year 1000. People see you and see your iPhone, and they are convinced that you are witchcraft because of your iPhone. Well, your mission is to convince them that you are not a witchcraft and you will not be burned.
Hello, Toastmasters, and welcomed guests. While I do appear in this outlandish outfit holding this strange object next to me, I did not bring it. I swear, this has nothing to do with me. I don't know what clothes these are. I don't know what this box is. This has nothing to do with me. How did I get here? I'm not even speaking the language. I have memory loss. I hit my head, and now I cannot remember anything. Help me. Have pity on me. Would you do this to your daughter? I don't know any French, or I would be saying that here in an attempt to sway them to understand that I'm just in the wrong place at the wrong time and to take pity on me. Unless I can get help, I'm all alone. And as a woman in this time frame, I'm really up that creek without a paddle. Thank you for this journey. I am glad that I'm back in the year 2021.
Great, great. It's a very challenging situation. Maybe I should send you to England. It would be easier for the language. Okay, more volunteers for the time travel.
I can go, Alexandre.
Okay, Alessandro, past or future?
I'm going back to the past.
Okay, the year is 1500. And Brazil is just being discovered. And you come here at Porto Seguro and we will ask to go back to Portugal, where you can come back to the present. How would you convince them to get you to Portugal in the ship?
Just explain for me. I met someone from the future. I met someone from Portugal, and I need to go back to Portugal.
You need to go back to Portugal in 1500, and you were in Brazil.
Okay, so I'm from the future. I'm traveling to the past. Someone arrived in the ship.
Yes.
Okay. So, hello, my friend Cristóvão Colombo from Portugal. How are you doing? Believe it or not, I already know that we were trying to reach America for many years. And we just found here this great piece of land that seems to be really prosperous for you. But I need to say some not so good news for you. As someone that is here for a long time, maybe you don't know, but I have found the cure for the lives that I can lose, so I can live forever. So I'm here for many years. And I have seen many different ships arrive here. And everyone that arrives in Porto Seguro, I try to talk to you and say that these friends here behind me, some Indians from Brazil, they really want to go to Europe to understand better about your culture and to share with you some knowledge about some healings. They can understand how the plants work with our body, how to use best of the fruits and vegetables. I'm sure that in the modern world that you think you live there, you have everything. But here in the raw world of Porto Seguro, Brazil, I can share with you more knowledge, but you need to have a place in your ship for me. I really can be useful for you with a couple of friends of here from Brazil. And then we arriving there in Portugal. I'm sure that we can share this knowledge with you. Actually, that's not true. When I arrive there, I'm going to burn your ship. I will be back to Brazil swimming, and I'm trying to make these great fellows from this land prosper in the right way I believe history should make. Thank you so much.
Guy, you are an evil genius. I wouldn't imagine that. Great answer, great answer. Do we have time? Okay, more volunteers for the time travel. Akiko?
I want to.
Okay, past or future?
Future, please.
Okay. Well, it's the year 3051, and people just lost all memory of what was Japan, and they want to explain to them Japan in 1 minute. What's the essence of Japan?
Oh, 2051.
3051.
3051. Oh my God.
No memory, no registers about Japan.
Okay. Hi, Toastmasters. Maybe you don't know about me, but I am here for you to remember something great you guys all used to have. Remember this? Maybe your memory has some limited space. You have more important things, but your body would remember. Your body doesn't forget this very interesting move. It is important movement of your life, of course, right? And then this sushi. You know sushi. And you all know how to use chopsticks. I was so surprised. I was so surprised how people outside of Japan, where I used to belong to, are knowing how to use chopstick. And if I was surprised at them, oh, you are using very well chopsticks, and they are so annoyed at me. Do you think I can't use chopsticks? I was so happy for that. So don't forget about this, and then keep eating the very good sushi. And sometimes you can remember some tiny and some unique island country in somewhere in the world. See you again, guys. Thank you.
Okay, I think Alexandre has some issue with his camera. He's not here right now, but congratulations, Akiko, great speech. If Alexandre come back, I will tell to him that we have reached our time for the tabletop session. Really challenge questions and really fun to see how everyone tried to make use of this opportunity to travel to the past or to the future. Great improvisation, Alexandre. So I will share with you the time report for this tabletop session. And the first one was our guest, Ranjit Shergill, 1 minute and 10 seconds. Eduardo, 1 minute, 12 seconds. Alexandra Fulger, 1 minute, 30 seconds. Meldina, my friend from the book club, 1 minute, 24 seconds. Vanessa, 1 minute, 19 seconds. Melissa, our guest, 1 minute, 10 seconds. My speech was 2 minutes, 15 seconds. and Akiko 1 minute and 30 seconds. So everyone is able to be voted for the table topic session. I will share with you the poll here in Zoom, so you can just click in the name that you think was the best impromptu speech for this meeting. So you just see your screen pop up now, just click the name and click vote. Okay, we can have a more few seconds for you to finish voting. Okay, so I'm finished the polling now. Okay, great. So let's move on for our next part of this meeting. As I said in the beginning, Toastmasters is all about feedback. That's the way we can improve, because every time that we meet, we have someone that is just here for helping us improve our speech. So Fabia and Akiko had someone evaluating them during their presentation, and now we will invite their evaluator. Ashley, our friend from, I think Ashley is from Rio, I'm not sure, or São Paulo, we will evaluate Fabia Bueno's speech. So she will have from 2 to 3 minutes to deliver her feedback for Fabia. Please help welcome Ashley Williams. Thank you, Ashley.
Good night, good evening, everyone. Persons of different cultures connect through food. If someone can get you excited about reading a cookbook, it is Fabia. Personally, I've never ever in my life been so excited to read a cookbook. I want to congratulate Fabia for presenting such a wonderful and clear speech. Congratulations, Fabia. She needed to present a new speech or the same speech that incorporated some or all the feedback she received from the previous speech. And her feedback was to connect more, interact with her audience and show emotions. Fabia definitely showed emotions in this speech. Congrats again, Fabia. She captivated her audience through her vocal variety and facial expressions. Was very clear. I could see all her facial expressions. I love that her speech included a little story. Either it was a cultural history about the place or something interesting about the place of each cookbook that she presented today. I would love that if Fabia's gesticulations were in the frame, because it definitely would have added a little bit more spark to her speech. All her gesticulations were out of the frame. So next time probably can go back a little bit more. So what he said is in the frame. And I would love also if Fabia had translated the Portuguese words that she said to English. For example, the name of the cookbook. I would love if you had said the name in English, translated that. And she's also said Cidade de Goiás. I would love if she said City of Goiás when she was speaking, for persons who don't speak Portuguese would have understood. It was very interesting when she showed the cookbooks, but some of the words were partially out of frame in the cookbook. So it would have been interesting if she had at least showed the name of the cookbook in the frame of the camera. And it would be lovely. People who wanted to write down the name could have easily followed and write it down. I would suggest that Fabia use a little bit more pause in her speech because it will give the audience a little bit more time to digest what she has said. I would also challenge Fabia to interact a little bit more with her audience. She could have asked the audience questions like, who have ever read a cookbook? But in essence, finally, I really enjoyed Fabia's speech. It was excitement filled. I was intrigued from start to end. And it was obvious that she was very comfortable with the topic. And Fabia really connected us with the world through cookbooks. First time ever. And I'm sure the audience will never forget her speech. Congrats, Fabia. Back to you, Alexander.
Okay, thank you so much, Ashley. Great feedback for Fabia. And as our evaluator for Akiko's speech, I would like to invite the one that just received the feedback, Fabia. And I would like to thank you, Fabia, to perform this as a speaker and evaluator at the same meeting. Thank you so much. And I would like to invite Fabio Bueno, our second evaluator, to deliver this evaluation for Akiko.
Hi again, first time as evaluator, so okay. The subject that Akiko brought us is very, very interesting, and I think it's really let us know a little bit more about her culture and about herself as well. It's very interesting. And the way that she interacted with the audience was amazing. Like, raise your hands, if you think it's number 1 or number 2. It was amazing. It's a very good way to interact with the audience. The other thing that that was very interesting, that she brought her personal experience to illustrate the cultural differences between her culture and her husband's culture. This was amazing. You can really saw what is the gap between those cultures. It was amazing. And her presentation was very rich in details. It really made us think about there is no like answer, yes or no answer to cultural differences. This is really amazing. The things that I think that she can really, improve in her speaking is really using more pause. Strategic pauses. That this will really allow us to give her audience the time to think, to reflect on the words on your speech. This would be great, and to emphasize as well some words, some key words in your speech, like cultural and difference, something like to really draw the attention of your audience. The other thing is as well, I think this will, when you emphasize some keywords, this will add more punch to your speech. The other thing is, when you interact with the audience, you should give it time. Just give us a time to mentally maybe answer, like, for example, how about your colleagues? How about your neighbors? You just do it really right away. How about your colleagues? How about your neighbors? So yeah, I think that's it. It was a great speech. Thank you very much, Akiko.
Okay, thank you, Fabia. Good to know. I didn't saw that was your first evaluation, so congratulations on that. And if you or someone here don't know, when we do the project that is evaluation feedback that Fabia did, this is 3 projects in the same one. She delivered the first speech, being evaluator, and delivered the second speech. So Fabia, as you are doing your first evaluation, try to take some notes on your evaluation, because it's really important to have feedback for this speech that you deliver as evaluator. So I'm not sure that every club don't do this, I'm sure that, but here in Brasília Toastmasters, we try to always have someone to evaluate the first evaluation of someone. So first of all, congratulations, because really take notes about what Akiko delivered in her speech. The use of the different cultures, how she speaks with her husband. And this is really important to make sure that when we evaluate someone, we are really paying attention in that speech. Because during these online meetings, it's so easy to just look away or to look to our smartphones or someone in the room and miss the speech. So congratulations on really paying attention and taking notes on what you deliver and what Akiko's speech was about. One thing I would like to encourage for you to use, and I'm sure that as you'll be joining more meetings, you'll be more used to that, is to always try to see something that she can improve or challenge herself. Example, she used slideshows today, and in my personal opinion, she can use less letters, less phrases in this slide. So maybe use, Akiko, try what you think about in the next speech that you use slideshows, use more image, because when you have many words in the slides, we tend to read and not listen to you. So try to think that as how to give challenge for someone that you evaluate. And one last note that I wrote is try to use suggestions and not try to say personal ways that you try to use something. As I mentioned PowerPoint now, sometimes I use something in my way. It's not everyone that use like that. So when you suggest something to someone, don't say that I will use this like that. So try to say what you think about using that way. So that make this more open for everyone and not point the center of the evaluation to us, to our personal opinion. Okay, so this is one of the few things that I noticed in your feedback. I hope that can help you improve your feedbacks in the future meetings. Fabio, congratulations. Okay, so let's move on to our next part of this meeting. This evaluation that I delivered wasn't supposed, I wasn't, I didn't know I was delivering this evaluation. So I have just the timer for Fabia and Ashley, and both of them were in the time. Ashley delivered her feedback in 3 minutes and Fabia in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Both are eligible to be voted as evaluator. And I'd like to vote now for between Ashley and Fabia, who delivered the best evaluation in your opinion? Okay, you have a few more seconds. And during your vote, I will move to the next part of this meeting. As this is all about feedback, we have now our reports for this meeting. And now we have the report for our accountant, and we have our guest, Aisenu, our guest that just step up to be our accountant. And I'd like to invite her to deliver her report as accountant. Please, the floor is yours, Aisenu.
Thank you, Alessandro. First of all, I am really enjoyed from your meeting. Thanks for inviting to me, and I am really impressed. I would like to say, because everybody talks very fluently. Really, I can't believe, and it's so nice. And of course, sometimes somebody uses pillar words, just like me now. And I would like to tell, first of all, you only 10. This is very nice because you have 3 roles, and Fabia 12. Actually, Fabia talked fluently in her speech, but in evaluation part, she was a little bit excited. Congratulations, Fabia. You made good job. Akika only 4. Alexandra, our table topic master, only 6. And questions were really nice. Ranjit 9. Eduardo 4. Congratulations, both of Alexandra and Imeldina 0. No filler words. Vanessa only 3. Melissa only 2. And Ashley 5. Thank you. Back to.
Okay, thank you, Asendu. Thank you very much for your feedback as a counter. Thank you for this last minute jump in the roles. Thank you so much. So our next report is for someone that is delivering his feedback as general evaluator. André Sack was taking notes about the meeting, the performance of the roles, and now I'd like to invite him to deliver his evaluation as general evaluator. Please help me welcome him.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me well? Okay. Well, my role as general evaluator was to evaluate everything that took place throughout the meeting, and also try to find good examples of preparation, organization. But first of all, I'd like to point how interesting it was that we had so many visitors today. We have people from maybe 3 or 4 continents and several countries. I was just showing my kid, he was right here, and I was showing him how nice it is to be part of Toastmasters and get to know so many people from all over the place. Well, let's go. Before the meeting, the room was open 15 minutes before the meeting actually started, so it was good. The guests were welcomed upon arrival, but I think right there we could have done a bit more. We could have asked for more details about them, the visitors. I think right now, maybe, or at some point, we had more visitors than actually members of the Brasília Toastmasters Club. So we could have asked where they're from, how they found out about the club, if they belonged to any other club. Maybe we could have somebody responsible for that for next time. Let's say next one, if the guests were informed about the meeting format. I think the slides really help with that. So I think for next time, we really, if the Toastmaster had a problem with his computer, maybe we could have someone else showing the slides while the Toastmaster spoke about them. So for example, the Zoom master, Pamela, could have the slides, showing the slides, and then Alessandro could speak about them. So maybe first-time visitors must have felt a bit lost without the slides, without some of the explanations we have in the first minutes of the meeting. What else? Well, about the visitors, maybe if we did not have time to talk to the visitors, I was expecting that during the break, talk to them, but we actually didn't have the break. So I think as the meeting was kind of short, maybe we really should have the break. It's a nice period of time that we can get to know each other and one another, and really get to know our visitors and even the members of the club. Did the meeting start on time? Yes, it started right on time. It's always nice. Was everyone properly introduced? Yes, most of the people. Unfortunately, we did not have some roles. So Alessandro asked if anybody could fill some of the roles. We didn't have a counter, timer, grammarian. So Alessandro asked, which was nice, and Aishnur filled the role of a counter, and Alessandro was also the timer, and we didn't have a grammarian, and we did not have the word of the day. We also did not have a meeting theme, and I also felt we could have explained a bit more the role of the A counter. Aishnur offered herself to be the A counter, but we actually, or the visitors, maybe some of them that do not participate at Toastmasters, maybe they did not understand what was actually the role of A counter. As the A counter, Aishnur, thank you very much for being able to do it on short notice. And you gave the numbers, which is nice. So you gave the numbers of filler words that the participants said. But I felt maybe the participants would find it nice to know which words that they repeated, which words that they used to fill in their speeches. But thank you. Topics mastery. So as we had only 2 prepared speeches, it was nice to have a longer table topics period. So we had, I think, 7 or 8. So I think it was a very good use of the time of the meeting. But I think we could have reinforced the actual purpose of the period, which is to improve our ability to improvise. And Alexandre, I think it was a very nice choice of topics between past and future situations. Very interesting. I saw people were people had fun talking about them. Guests were invited to participate. Actually, I think we had more guests speaking on table topics than ever, at least for the sessions that I participated. So well done, Alexandre. Congratulations. So Zoom Master, very well done, Pamela. I think it's a very important role. It helps the Toastmasters to worry about other things. So congratulations. Speech evaluators. I think it's always nice, and Alessandro did that, to reinforce the importance of being evaluated and how actually the feedbacks that we receive are what makes us improve. So Ashley, congratulations. It was very nice that you smiled throughout your whole feedback. Congratulations. It's always nice, even if we have something to improve, to receive those news with someone smiling at us. It's very nice. So you used the sandwich technique. You reinforced the purpose of her speech. You gave specific feedbacks to Fabia about the framing, about the pauses. So you were very specific, and I'm sure it's going to be very important for Fabia. You gave constructive criticism. You were well prepared beforehand. And Fabia, congratulations. I think it was your first evaluation. You did very well. So you also used the sandwich technique. I think you, Alessandro evaluated your evaluation, but I think you should also always reinforce the purpose of the speech and the path of the person you're evaluating. And you gave also specific feedbacks. You talked about the pauses, the importance of stressing keywords, and you also gave constructive criticism. Alessandro, also congratulations. You had too many roles today, I think. And you also evaluated very well. Did very good evaluation of Fabia's evaluation. You talked about the slides as that Akiko used, that they should have a bit less words and be cleaner. Well, I think that's pretty much it. I think it was very nice to have so many visitors participating, and I leave you with a thought of Simon Sinek that I read at Toastmasters website. The goal is not to be perfect by the end. The goal is to be better tomorrow. So let's be better tomorrow. Back to you, Alessandro.
Congratulations, André. Amazing feedback. It's really a challenge, our English meetings, as everyone here has English as second language, and our club doesn't have so many people that would like to be here facing the challenge of speaking English. So sometimes we have to perform different roles in the same meeting, especially in the in-person meetings. Online is more easy to have someone to step up, but that was a great feedback. Thank you so much. I hope that everyone here that is new to Toastmasters or that don't know about Toastmasters saw in the feedback from André, from Ashley and Fabia, how it's important for us to improve and be better tomorrow. So we need to have someone to look up for us and to see how we can perform better. Thank you so much. I would like now to move to the last part of our meeting, is just to see who was the best table topics speech for this meeting and the best evaluator. And as unfortunately I don't have our slideshows here, André, that's a great tip on have someone showing the slides. I didn't think about that because I was so hurry here, set up some things in this new notebook that I didn't even think about that. So for our best tabletop session, I would like to drums roll to see between our 9 speakers who delivered the best tabletop session, and that was Akiko. Akiko talking about the future and how to learn Japanese again in the future. So congratulations, Akiko. That was a really fun and enjoy speech. And our best evaluator between Ashley and Fabia, that was a close voting, and drum roll again. And for this meeting, we have Ashley Vanessa Williams, our guest, as our best evaluators. Congratulations, Ashley, and thank you again for helping us in Brasília Toastmasters. As André mentioned in his feedback, I'd like now to open space for our guests that are still here in this meeting. And sorry, my name is Alessandro Dias. I was the Toastmaster of the day, and currently I'm the president of Toastmasters, or Brasília Toastmasters, this club. It's a pleasure to have you all here, our guests and members. Toastmasters is all about having feedback, but to have feedback, we need to challenge every single time that we have opportunity. So thank you for everyone that was here with us. And now I would like to invite our guests to see how they think about our meeting. Alexandra, I'm going to go in the order that I'm seeing in my screen. Alexandra Fug, how was the meeting for you? Where are you from? This was your first meeting? Hi,
this is not my first meeting. I'm a member of Oxford Orators and I live in London. I am not from England. I'm not from here. I'm originally from Romania, but I spent the last 10 years in England. enjoyed your meeting very much. It was delightful. So thank you very much for inviting me. And I am absolutely delighted to be part of this fantastic group. It was very fun and very organized. So well done to everybody for your efforts. What else can I say? Well, I joined Toastmasters 2 years ago when I started my new job, because I was very worried that they're going to ask me to present something in a meeting. And after 2 years, I'm no longer worried, but they never asked me to present. So I stayed with Toastmasters. And that's it. I've really enjoyed my night. Thank you for inviting me. It was a pleasure to be here with you.
Okay, thank you, Alexandra. Thank you so much. That is really fun. How to we try to be better because we prepare for something that sometimes doesn't happen. There's some person that talk about Toastmasters in a YouTube video mentioned that it's better to be prepared for the worst. No, hope for the best and be prepared for the worst. So this is always good to be prepared. So the next person is I can't read his name. He is in the white T-shirt. Yes, you in the board here behind power T-shirt. So please open your microphone. Where are you from? This is your first meeting Toastmasters.
Hi everybody. Good evening. My name is Ahmed. Ahmed, like the Arabic, right? Ahmed. I come from Saudi Arabia, but I was born in Chad. You know the Chad, when African from. I enjoy today. I enjoy today. I join with you for all the Toastmasters. I heard about the program today. I press time. I enjoy with you. In the future, I will visit some country. I am changing my life. Some country I love the Brazilian country. I think Colombia. I love all the people here. Thank you, and I will join with you next time. Thank you, all the guests and.
Okay, thank you so much. Our club and from our other clubs here in our meeting is always open for guests from many different parts in the world. This is the great thing that I think that we can take from this happening the last year, that we can meet people from every kind of place, from different countries, different cultures here in the same room, trying to understand how to communicate better. Thank you so much. And the next one here I can see is Melissa from Los Angeles, I think.
Yes.
So
hi,
thank
everyone.
you. So.
Can you hear me? Okay, great. My headset goes out every now and then because I work on the computer for a living. So if I forget to charge it and it dies in a Toastmasters meeting, I always feel guilty. I am from Los Angeles. Both of my parents were Toastmasters, which is why I got into it a few years ago and became a distinguished Toastmaster. I joined 5 clubs in like a year time frame. Here I am using all of my filler words because I know the odd counting has stopped for the day. I love Toastmasters. I was an area director overseeing 5 different clubs for Los Angeles last year. I'm the immediate past president for the historic Toastmasters Club number 141. It was founded in 1939, back when women weren't allowed to be Toastmasters. So there's a lot of history with this organization, and what I like the most about it is that it is spread worldwide, and now you can dial in to other countries' clubs with this Zoom format. And I have friends that are joining clubs in Dublin and London, Japan. I mean, it's very interesting. I love Toastmasters so much that I actually have a friend right here in Norway who's been listening in to this meeting just because he's heard me talk about how much I like Toastmasters, he had to hear what all the fuss was about. Great club. I really like the way that you have this set up. You can improve though on your table topic sessions by making it more of a listening exercise. If people know in the audience, oh, well, I don't need to listen to this question because they're not asking me. It's different versus when you just ask the question and then say the person's name that you're going to call on. That way, everyone in the room is listening as if, oh, it's going to be them that needs to respond. That's just something that I've had pointed out to me and I've adopted. Throwing that out there. You're doing a great job. This club is phenomenal. To have a Zoom master, somebody that's in charge of polling for voting. We have, on my club, we just do voting by sending a private message to the ballot counter because we have given somebody a ballot counter role. I mean, what you've done is remarkable. It's smart, and I can't wait to share that with other clubs. And one last thing, I know I'm loquacious right now, talking too much, but I want to commend whoever it is in charge of your Instagram account. If it wasn't for the Instagram messages, I wouldn't have known about this meeting time. I wouldn't have been reminded when the meeting was about to start. And they did an excellent job and deserve a pat on the back. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. Great feedback. This is amazing. You said some things that really make me think about. And the first one was that you are a daughter from Toastmasters parents. In Brazil, we don't have time for that yet, as we have Toastmasters here for just 11 years. So we need at least more 7 years to maybe have someone that was born from Toastmasters parent here in Brazil. So this is great to see how Toastmasters grow in America and how that was spread in the world. And this is great to know as a part of history. And curious how Toastmasters didn't allow women. I didn't know about that.
They weren't allowed in until 1973. Whoa. They were founded in the 1920s.
Yes.
Where leaders are made.
Yes. So this is breaking barriers. Now we have just everyone from every country, every continent in the world, and different languages. So it's really nice to see that Toastmasters has growth and make this possible to everyone. Because I believe that everyone here think the same. We have to have as much people close to us so we can make this better. And have you all here is great. Thank you so much. And our VPR and VPN are the responsible for the Instagram account. Our VPM, Rejane Reis, she's the one that sends messages to every single person in our Instagram account that send the heart in the posts, or someone that likes something, there's someone that comes something, she always go there and send a private message to them and invite you to join our club. So it's really nice to see that happen, and I will share this with her. And I would like to invite Monica that raised the hand to speak as our guest here. Monica, please, the stage is yours.
My name is Monica Rockwell. I am club number 4781. I'm in District 14. I've only been in Middle Georgia Toastmasters for 7 months. I enjoyed this meeting. I definitely enjoyed the culture of this meeting. I like the diversity of this club meeting today. I'm a big proponent of that. I usually participate.
I think, Monica, you are muted. Okay.
I joined Toastmasters because I'm a patient advocate for sickle cell, and I joined it to improve my public speaking skills as well as my communication skills because I wanted to make sure my message got across effectively. I am in the United States and I am in the state of Georgia.
Okay. Thank you so much, Monica, for joining us. It's really nice. I really love how the pandemic make this happen, because when I joined Toastmasters 2 years ago, I was alone here. There was just one club in my city, and I was so happy to have that one, just one club here. And here in Brazil, have a huge country with so few clubs. So I hope our friends here in Brazil that is seeing this meeting, maybe here in this room or in the YouTube channel, please share this message. This is really important to see how someone as Monica and Melissa share how Toastmasters has been changing their lives and someone's lives for so many years. Thank you so much. I have someone here that is, his name is iPhone, and he or she would like to say some words now.
You're asked to speak next, Alessandra, because her battery is dying.
Okay. I'm not sure what's her name.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
My name is Miala Beauvoir. So for the first time, I'm participating in the Toastmasters. It's French club. So for the first time, I participate in the English club. So I am very interested about this club, and I was follow every step from the beginning, and I am very appreciate that, and I want to participate in the club. It was very, very, very interesting. Thank you for the invitation. I was invited from Instagram.
Yeah, Rejane Reis. Thank you so much. The
Thank
room
you,
is always
thank you.
open. Our next meeting is
Okay, thank
Saturday,
you.
but it's in Portuguese. So if anyone would like to join, it's Portuguese. And 15 days from today, we have our next English meeting. It will be February 27th. We have our next English meeting. I would like to pass the word to our counter friend, Ashenu.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much. See you next time.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
And thank you for inviting me. First of all, thanks for a kind Instagram message. And my name is Ayşenur. I know it's hard to pronounce it. Thanks to my family. I'm from Istanbul, Turkey, and I am also member of Bosphorus Toastmasters in Istanbul. I'm also board member of our club. And 3 years ago, I was graduated from the university, and I thought about what I should do for improving my English, improving my public speaking skills, and something else. And after that, I found our club, and I'm really happy to be a member of Toastmaster, one of the Toastmaster club. And after pandemic situation, also I am really happy to attend online meetings and meeting members of other Toastmaster clubs from all around the world. And of course, I'm really happy to meet all of you. I hope I did good job at this meeting. And thank you. And I have to leave because my battery is really low, 3% only. I have. So thank you, Alessandra, and thanks all members and all guests of Brasília Toastmasters.
Thank you so much. Thank you. The room is always open for you all to join. Now I'd like to invite Pilar Melilan, our guest. How are you?
Hi, Alexander. So glad to be here. I'm so happy to join this meeting. And it is incredible. I'm in Orlando, United States, and I received the invitation through Instagram. So I'm here, and I'm glad that I learned about different foods, right? From the first speech, and also about cultural values and how, if we are open to appreciate cultural differences, we can easily reach harmony on relationships. How fantastic is Toastmasters that give us the opportunity to interact, to learn. It's amazing. I mean, I'm so glad. Thank you so much for the invitation. Your meeting is well organized. It's great. And having so many guests, I will transfer this to my club as well, because we are also trying to do that. So you are invited. I'm in Orlando. You will receive our invitation next. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pilar. This is a challenge to try to reach everyone, but the Instagram account was the best way that we found to make personal contact with everyone that we can reach and try to invite and join a meeting together. Thank you so much. The next here is Ranjit Shergill. How are you?
Hi, Alessandro. Hi, thank you. So I'm from London. I'm a member of PMI UK Toastmasters. I'm the VP PR, and so I get to see a lot of the promotions on Instagram. So I came across your Instagram page, and yeah, thank you to Rejane for inviting me to your meeting. I visited Brazil 6 years ago, and it came across as a very colorful, flamboyant country full of character, and that was certainly reflected in your meeting, the speeches and table topics. The art counter role was very interesting for me. That's not something we have in our club. So yeah, it was good to see how that particular role operates and what it can give. I particularly liked the table topics session. I thought the past and future and the creativity around the questions was excellent. The speakers and the evaluators, again, I like the insightful speeches, the different the presentation styles. The one about the food journey was very fruitful, and if there's one thing COVID cannot affect, it's food. Food would always be good. So that was great to see. I particularly like the element of the chat where you give the link to provide the feedback to the speakers, because that way it does not get lost in the chat, because sometimes the Zoom chat can go on for quite some time. So that was very good to see. Yeah, one recommendation I would say is maybe have a table topics evaluator to evaluate the speakers, to give them some feedback. But otherwise, really enjoyed it, and yeah, I would gladly look forward to the next version of your meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Great feedback. We have here one club here in Brazil that has evaluation for the feedback. It's the first advanced club. And we have this feedback from someone in a week ago about having someone evaluating the table talk session. I think we'll try to use that and see if that can be arranged in the agenda without making the meeting so long. But it's a great way to make improve during the table talk session. Thank you so much.
Sure.
And Sergio, are you there? Sergio Wambi. I'm not sure if he's there.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Sergio. How are you? How was the meeting for you?
I'm fine, thanks. I like it very well. The meeting is very interesting. The speech, congratulations, Fabiana, right? Fabiana and the other speaker, I forget the name, but I enjoyed it very well. The meeting is interesting. Thank you for I saw something like topic. We have something like that. I will search in my contacts in Instagram, and I will join in the other meetings. Please.
Okay, our meetings we always share the invites in our Instagram account. We have the post every week that we have meetings.
Hello.
Remind everyone. Hello, Sergio. I think we have a lost connection with you, but I think we heard the last portion of your message. And we have now our next guest, I think, Wangari Kiboi. I'm not sure.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Okay, I'll just attempt to put on my video. You can see me. All right, no problem. My name is Wangari Kiboi. I'm originally from Kenya, but I do live in Brasília, and I've been attempting to come for this Toastmasters now for, I think, maybe 6 months until I got that Instagram message, and I was really feeling ashamed. And you know, it wasn't just one message; it was quite a few messages, and yeah, that's why I'm here, and I'm quite glad to join you all. I look forward to the next meeting. This is officially my second time to be in a Toastmaster meeting. The first time was when I was in my country, and I thought it was quite a challenge, you know, for self-development. I am a lawyer, I'm also a teacher, but I definitely do need to improve my public speaking. So I do hope that I can get to participate more and improve myself. Thank you.
Great. So you said that you are here in Brazil, you live here now?
Yes, I do live in Brazil, yeah.
Great. You haven't been in our meeting last year or in person or not?
No, I did try to come to the Unibe because I live quite close to the university, but the pandemic hit right after.
Great, because just before the pandemic, we had someone from Kenya in our meeting. I thought maybe it was you, but
interesting.
So our club is open for you. If you like to have more information about the meeting, you can just send your message in the form that we share in the chat, or you can send a message in the Instagram that we received with your WhatsApp number, so we can have a better contact with you.
All right, thank you so much, Alexandra.
Okay. So Vanessa, just remember me about our picture. I missed everyone in the meeting because I forgot about that. So if you'd like to join us in this picture for the meeting, please just turn on your camera, everyone. So I will make sure that we congratulate everyone that was in the meeting in our post in Instagram, because now we have 12 people here, not 30. Okay, let's just close here. Okay, so if you'd like to participate in the picture, just open your camera and remind me to look into the camera, not into your eyes in the monitor. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you so much. And Fernando, how was the first meeting as a member? Fernando Carrusco is our new member in Toastmasters, Brasília Toastmasters. Welcome, Fernando. I forgot to invite you in the beginning. I was so rushed without the slides, and I forgot to mention in the beginning. But thank you for joining us.
Yes, excuse me because my English is not very well, but I resolved to watch this Toastmaster today to be used to how is the meeting, and I think that it's very interesting because we can watch people from all the world, and I think that we can improve our skills in communication in Portuguese, and then I think that in the future I will want to improve the English, my English skills too, and I'm grateful for this opportunity to watch this meeting, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Fernando. it's always a challenge, as I would like to always say, everyone in our club has English as second language. So it's really a challenge, but it's a great way to see also how everyone can improve. In person meetings that we have in the last year, we have many guests that didn't speak English, but they tried to be there in the meeting to understand how we perform during the meeting. And we always try to say to everyone that during your presentation as a speaker in the English meeting, we try to give feedback and point about your performance in your language. So this can make you feel better, because we know that what is important is the message and how you deliver that. And sometimes missing words, as myself, I'm sure that I missed a lot of words during this day, is the end of the story is how we can share this message with you. So it's great to see that you challenge yourself to be here with us. It's a pleasure to have you as a member, and always, if possible, try to join our English meetings. Okay, thank you so much. I think I talked to everyone. Frederico is here as our member too. If anyone would like to say some few last words, this space is for you.
Yeah, I'd like to invite all of you, if you are available, to our next club meeting, which is on the 24th of February, Wednesday. That's 7 p.m. local UK, so I believe that's 4 p.m. Brazilian time, if that works for you.
Yeah, sure. Can you share with us or with Rejane in the Instagram account the link?
Absolutely.
So she can share inside our WhatsApp group. That would be nice. Okay, great. Okay, so I'd like to thank you, everyone.